Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you some really cozy fragrance options. Now, maybe you guys are heading into spring, but we have a cold snap and I am freezing and all I want to wear are cozy fragrances. So I thought I'd share some with you before I get started. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button, join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. So one of the fragrances that I actually find to be the coziest, like I love putting it on, is Hugo Boss's The Scent Private Accord. Now, I know a lot of people prefer something like Chocolate Greedy by Montel because it's way longer lasting, but I find the chocolate in that to be too overpowering. So it's just in your face. It kind of makes me cough. I find this one to be a lot smoother. There's kind of almost a fluffy aspect to this. There's some osmanthus in here. There's a bit of orange. So there's a little bit of an orangey chocolate feel. The chocolate is really milky chocolate, but it's not a very strong, potent fragrance. So the longevity is crap on this, like just straight up. Longevity is terrible. That said, I'm so thankful I have this in my collection because whenever I want to feel enveloped in chocolatey goodness, but not like overpowered by chocolate, I love this. Like it feels like a cozy chocolate covered blanket. I don't know, but it's awesome. I love it. I love wearing it. I love the way my skin smells after this is dried down. So this is one that I typically wear to go to bed, or if I'm really feeling cozy in an evening, I'll throw it on. It doesn't last long, but what lasts on the skin when it becomes that skin scent, which is quite quick, is just a delectable, sweet, slightly chocolatey skin scent. And I find it uber sexy, honestly, and very comforting. So love this fragrance. The next fragrance that I feel is so cozy and delicious is Girl of Now by SAAB. This has almond, pistachio, and orange blossom is your primary notes in this. So it's sweet, it's warm. The nuts in it just make it smell so kind of delectable and warm. But what I enjoy doing, this is a suggestion from one of you, and that is to pair it with cashmere. So if you have these two, try them together. This is kind of an apricot feel, and this is like the pistachio. So together, this just adds a little bit of juiciness and sweetness to the already sweet, delicious Girl of Now. So I love this combination. Like it just smells so yummy. Super cozy, super warm, sweet, delicious. Now another layering combination that I find extremely cozy that is similar to this is Pascal MORABITO's SULTAN NOIR mixed with PECHE YUZU by KYSE perfumes. Now, I always say this, everything's always linked down below, but I have a 20% off coupon for this in the description box. So if you buy anything from KYSE, please feel free to use that. But the two of these together, so the Pascal MORABITO SULTAN NOIR, it's definitely a vanillic fragrance. I think there's some apple in here, or it smells like there's a bit of apple. It's a very woody. There's a bit of leather in here, which comes across kind of smoky. I find this one uber sexy. So if you like those smoky, leathery type vanillas, this is beautiful. Like I really love it. But paired with PECHE YUZU, this smells to me like a peach pastry. There's a lot of sweetness in there. There's a bit of kind of a caramelized feel or a vanillic feel in this one. So this kind of helps tame down the smokiness in this, and the combination is just so delectable. And it's so delectable and cozy and warm and sensual. Like I just love this. I think for me, part of it is when you get a really warm fragrance that's kind of primarily base notes. So this is This is primarily vanilla. This is, you know, the nuts. There's some vanilla in this too, I think. But these are kind of more base feeling. And then if you throw on something fruity with them, to me, it just rounds it out and makes it even more amazing. But anything of that nature that's like super bassy in notes like vanilla or benzoin or amber always to me feels really cozy. But I always like adding that little bit of fruit in there. It just makes me more happy. Another fragrance that I find so cozy and so enjoy wearing is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by KILIAN, or just Princess. This is a matcha tea fragrance. There's some ginger in here. It smells like there's some marshmallow in here as well. It smells kind of fluffy and cozy and kind of almost creamy a little bit. But it just feels like a big fuzzy blanket to me somehow. Love wearing this, love the scent bubble that I get with this one. I find it very feminine and alluring, but it's not like a massive projector, but I just absolutely love this fragrance. So very great cozy fragrance. Another cozy fragrance that is relatively new to my collection is Commodities Velvet Personal. This one feels a little bit more musky. So cozy can come across different ways. So I think part of the reason why I find this cozy is because of the guaiac wood. So it smells a little bit like a fireplace that's burning. I prefer this over By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. Now, I really enjoy Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace because you get that guaiac wood feel, and I really enjoy that. But I feel like it's slightly missing something. It's got the marshmallow chestnut. It's very warm. It's very cozy, but it's like so much vanilla. Whereas this, instead of the vanilla, you're getting rose in there. So it's kind of just a different take on cozy, as far as you've got that guaiac wood burning feel with a little bit of rose mixed in. It makes me feel like I'm sitting in a library with a fire going, sitting in a big leather-bound chair, like a big wing-backed leather chair, kind of that caramel color, natural leather feel. It's been around for a while. It's overstuffed, and I'm sitting there reading book, and the walls are just lined with books. Somehow, that's what I get from this fragrance. There's skin musk in this one. There's clove bud. I don't think this has guaiac wood, or it's not being listed. So it's likely the clove that's registering as guaiac wood, but it's got that feel. So it smells like that burning wood feel. Love the rose in it. I love the muskiness. And the other thing that's neat about this one is it's not a major projector. So it's a little bit more in your personal scent bubble space. But yeah, I put it on and instantly the feeling that I got was cozy. So Commodities Velvet Personal. Next cozy fragrance is Narciso Rodriguez's Musk Noir Rose for Her. Now this one, definitely this is my favorite Narciso Rodriguez. I've smelt a few, haven't smelt them all, but this by far, like this is so freaking good. There is a powdery quality to this one, which obviously would be the musk. There's plum, there's pink pepper, bergamot, there's rose, there's tuberose, vanilla. It's in the same sort of genre to me as a Marin Tonka by Jo Malone or Jeulia Noir. This one is kind of in that same genre. So there's a sensuality to it. I can definitely get the rose. I get a little bit of that juicy plum, but the musk mixed with that rose and plum is literally amazing. Like, I just think this is so freaking beautiful. So, and it feels like this cozy, kind of just a soft cashmere sweater that smells like roses and plums. Like, seriously. Oh, I love it. And I find it really, really sensual and sexy. So I am in love with this, and definitely getting a full bottle suit. Last fragrance that I find uber cozy and comforting, like seriously, this is like probably one of my favorites, is, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, I hate it when my brain goes dead. Does that ever happen to you? So Angel Muse. Yes, that's it. Angel Muse by Mugler. This is, oh, I think there's lemon in the opening of this. Lemon or grapefruit. I get a little bit of tartness. There's hazelnut, kind of chocolate spread feel. Lots of patchouli. Somehow this just feels so grounding and settling. It's a massive beast of a performer. Like you put this on, it's going to be on a long time and it projects big time. So you got to be careful with it. I actually, even though this is a beast of a performer, I love wearing this fragrance to bed because I find it so cozy and grounding, especially when it's cold. I love reaching for this one. And then I've mentioned this before. One of you mentioned Angel Muse with Angel Share by KILIAN. I've got Angelic Elixir by Dua. This combination is absolutely delicious. And again, like it's super kind of sexy yet cozy. So I absolutely love it. It's very sensual and warm and delicious. I think that's the thing about a lot of these. You know, there's different takes on it, but there's a sensuality to something that's cozy, feels warm, it feels enveloping, it feels soft, it feels comforting. Those are the adjectives that I think of when I think of a cozy fragrance. So those are my favorites currently. I'd say that out of all of these, the one that I find the coziest is definitely Angel Muse. But on its heels would definitely be the Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. So I'm loving this scent profile so much that I'm going to revisit Murrin Tonka and Janine Noir because I'm just really, really living for that powdery, I don't know, it's bordering on powdery, but deep at the same time. Really loving that combo. So really, really find those two in particular cozy, but all of them just fantastic. The other thing that I would suggest to you is if you have any sort of a vanilla fragrance and it's just kind of missing something, try add it with some fruit. I usually find that kind of combination, like a fruity vanilla, to be really pretty cozy and just like comforting somehow. So if you've got anything like that in your collection, try it out. What about you? What is your favorite cozy fragrance right now? Please leave it in the comments. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.